We've generally seen them very aggressive here, very mid-game centric in their play, if not necessarily in their picks. Yeah, they'll get the Midas. We're going to see the rotation now as Misery finds the kick on MSS, dragging it back towards the mid lane. Weehaw trying to go with the Pulse Nova, not quite up to get the kill though. And now the turnaround's going to come. Weehaw with the stun, MSS walks right into it, and again the Pulse Nova diving deep onto this Invoker, but it seems the IO of Vlad is going to be enough to save the day. MSS now dropping the Ice Ball in the retreat and turning back, pummeling him with auto attacks. Can he finish the job? Not quite able to do so. The big roll forward, the first blood. Well, glad DC grab it. They really had to work for it though. Good effort by Vlad, but simply not enough. Even
that was pretty close though. It should have been a straightforward kill on the Invoker with the slow into a stun, but we did not see the stun back coming. Brax.
And it is the Vanguard! Alright. There's trash cans over there, Ben. Just cheer him. No Dominator first, but I imagine we'll see him pick it up next. And any ancient stack yet? It has begun.
MSS gets stunned up by Wii and is getting dove.
Oh, but the IO's here. Vlad to the rescue again. Can he get the job done? Vlad's also going to be careful about his own HP. They're going to have to stack him in the end. TC now joining the fight. He's going to pop the gut strength, but the roar is there. Wee's going to turn this. TC needs help. He needs that little IO to save the day. God strength active, but he's ever so low. He can't really armor toggle either with the Pulse Nova. He gets up the hill. The kick comes through just a second too late. They're going to beat down Vlad. They finally finish that pesky. But TC chopping wood here on Misery. He's going to dive this a bit further. Can he get that kill anyway?
You cannot disagree with that one.
In that case, 1 point for Battle Fury.
1 point for Battle Fury. We is in a lot of trouble. That is way too much burst.
Man, that slow boulder kick. Just still there? Apparently he is 6th, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Sakto's a giant. Oh, the puppy.
Boulder
but here comes the gank on the mid lane. They quickly try to bring down Vlad. He's so low. He's not dead just yet, though. 9 HP. The man's gonna live. He may even look to juke around Resolution. Right around the trees. Monovoid barely gets the kill. Ooh, he almost made it out of there, too. Those were some fancy moves by Vlad. Color me impressed so far with the standards today, Ben, but in the end does end up going down. So it's a 1-for-1, but it's a Leshrac for an IO.
He is feeding. Leshrac is squishy. Like, you cold snap, you have to run. Ben running at you, you also have to run. You just get owned. Oh, how I could forget about Echo Saber.
The double hit with God Strength is just ridiculous.
The mana region is also really nice in this game. Because you have HP region.
Oh, Misery! Meet Choppy Man and see. Terrific catch there. We'll have it eventually, but it has allowed TC to shoot up in terms of network. As the smoke rotates onto Brax, there is a ward here right as they go on Resolution though. He's very tanky, turning back for TC. They're going to need reinforcements to come in. The IO relocate is available, not going to end up getting there in time, and now, well, it's going to be able to bail Brax out at the very least, but likely to cost Vlad his life on the way back in.
He still died even with Vanguard. Lost 1 for Battle Fury.
No, you're just a flamer.
It's a false sense of security. Oh, he actually
brought Brax back? Oh man, ballsy plays here, but it seems it's going to work out because MSS has made his way all the way down to bottom, at least for a moment, until the Necrobolt just destroys the Oracle. Going to bring down Brax of the Dark Seers. Well, suddenly a wild triple kill appears for Moo, who continues hunting, continues mana burning away at MSS, and then the roll into the Earth, the kick forward, Earth Spirit still doing Earth Spirit thing, clubs him down, makes it a full 5-man wipe.
Trying to fight with has vision, but not really. Look at his vision in that area. It is not good at all.
I think that's much more for him just game sense and anticipating that rotation.
So they do concede road.
Oh, TC getting up in the rears of DC as he will try to find the kill. Vlad, well, kept alive for the time being, courtesy of the false promise. Resolution committing onto this, and this may end up costing Saksa too. Anti-Mage forced to turn tail and run. The IO even gonna end up relocating home list.
Mid tower is getting punched,
and of course,
he is very wary.
If you're a good support, you want to defend that, but instead it's Saksa who gets assassinated. TC. Kill it off though, there's a boulder kick, gonna come on to MSS, but remember, he's the Aegis carrier. Not an easy kill, Resolution gonna commit on him. Can they bring on MSS cleanly the first time? Not before TC gets up in that grow, and will bring down Saksa. Now Resolution forced to blink out.
Wow, and they didn't even fight at this point, but if they don't, TC is gonna fall. And
The more glyph available, TC, good sidestep there, but now Misery, he runs right in, rolls forward the Magnetize. The stone's getting dropped on top of the entire Shazam squad. Everyone taking Magnetize damage. Huge amount coming out, but the relocate are going to be in time here. Io heading back to the base, brain spin out to safety, but that does leave MSS on his own.
Big Mana Void could ruin them. Oh, TC so close to getting the jump on Moo. Moo is in no man's land.
There's the war cry now that with the tether move, he might just be able to find him. No, the fight's going to break out to the south. Jason got picked off, so DC managed to find the ambush on the rear. TC already popping the God Strength. Now they're going to go again. The meatball rolls forward. They'll clean up Misery. Now turning back for Moo, who's gone on to Vlad. He dies to 2-3 auto attacks, but a great Mana Void for Resolution, enough to drop 2 supports, and not enough to get any other kills though. Shazam holding serve here, but now they can look to kite TC, bring him down, courtesy of the Veil of Discord, and the Lesh damage. TC is melting, the Lesh is starting to really set in here. Can't quite finish off MSS, who jukes and jives away the boulder kick over here. Like, we should follow him. Oh wait, he's so far ahead, let's run back the other way, but by the time they did, it was already too late. Oh, Misery getting caught out there. TC able to jump right in front of him, gets the Stormbolt off, Sunstrike coming through, and with that, a little karate chop, a little vacuum. He'll collect his bounty. The kill on Misery boots. Armlet's super cost efficient. You can sell the Echo Saber eventually, but that also gives you great burst damage, so yeah, getting something like Infusal seems out of the question. His top lane Moo will get jumped and annihilated by MSS magic damage there. In the bottom lane, Fuel setting up. Relocate is available. Are they going to look to back him up? They're TPing in the reinforcements. They come from behind. They work on Sakta. TC hammering him down. Looking to not only avenge, but actually save his buddy. The Darkseer will fall. And now Weehaw likely to be next. Chased in the trees, snared up, and nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. We'll end up dropping 2.
End up Roshan, MSS does have free space in his inventory, but they could really use it on the spin to breach the high ground. Oh, and go all the way back down. DC's already pushing his tower when they're, 1 or 2 screens back, so they need to hit the timing ASAP.
They get the jump in with the back-back Sunstrike coming through, and it does connect the Weehaw with that. It's gonna almost instantly melt. Tornado there, and one more swing of that big old sword. Shazam striking back in game number 2. We might be headed to a deciding game 3. They work on the racks. There's no buyback available. Leshrac does have the reduced respawn timer from the Bloodstone, but Resolution slowly trying to bring out a melee rack. Instantly TC, onward and upward, over to the mid lane, tethered, and they look to go for a second lane of racks. Antimate's going to get one, I imagine, then come back, but it may already be too late by the time he does. TC just making short work of these structures. Only now does Resolution at long last get that first rack, and while they're waiting for the reinforcements to arrive, Moo gets picked off too. Shazam now holding a 1 melee rack's advantage, maybe even going to look for the third. So finish up the ranged here. Ranged also down in the bottom lane. DC just farming creeps right up in the backyard of DC. And now onto Weehaw. The deep jump, the big dive, then the tornado coming through. Combo interrupted by MSS, re-engaging. No, rolling boulder. And they jump in. Misery directly into the middle of the entire enemy team. He does have to get off the Magnetize, the roar onto Jason, but simply not enough follow-up damage. Looks like all of Shazam are going to walk away. 5 through this.
DC really like how TC moved in and fought a lot with his team. If they kill Wee one more time here, this could be it.
Hex on the TC, keep him out of the fight as long as humanly possible. Resolution can't even get up the damn Mana Void, completely controlled by MSS. Just showing off those fast fingers as he's managed to hit level 18 now. So DC forced to buy back on the anti-mage. They will re-engage, stunning up TC. Mana Void comes through, they get the spend kill, they get the IO as well. They're looking for Jason too. They really need these additional grabs, and it looks like they're gonna get 3 in total. Can they find the Invoker? MSS out to safety. Well, if you're gonna buy in here with Resolution, Abyssal Blade getting deployed onto MSS, but so does the Aegis. They want to get the racks before Sven's able to respawn, but that would equalize things at a 2-2. We're not over just yet, guys. DC striking back and trying to close this out with a clean 2-0. Now got their second melee, so that's 2 ranged racks advantage for Shazam. But Anti-Mage buyback and Beastmaster buyback on cooldown for a long time. They might look to go. MSS running in, backing off. Rest of the team around the neighborhood as Vlad's going to come in way behind enemy lines. Vlad's going to go home. Full divine mode there, but quickly gets punished as Drax, MSS engaging deep. Mana Void out, and MSS going to go down one. The blink away right in the nick of time. Not Peacock, but your Beastmaster able to escape in the end. Moo will survive. Can Saksa get out? Don't think so. In the Sven stun, he'll fall. Creeps are starting to hit on the tier 4 towers now, so DC. Structural damage done, but They're gonna get pushed in here pretty hard, and they're not out of the woods just yet to move. Trying to retreat, but MSS hunting, and while that was happening, looks like elsewhere, Weehaw. Oh, this is not the ideal hero, and even just gonna drop a ward, blinks away. Stormbolt just finds it. So they will crit the line down. Jesus, that's been his hard. Just back line. So too is gonna be the Oracle. And they look to go. They're just stalling here, trying to kite, delay. But TC says, screw it, man. I've got a 10-second BKB. I'm not going to use it to bring down all your Rex. But on the backside of the fight, coming through the Beastmaster, trying to stall this one. Misery gets off a great Magnetize once again. And DC slowly working their way onto Vlad. They're going to finish him off. Jason almost dead too. Both supports about to drop desperately. Throwing out the pulse. Promise survives for now. TC full HP. And teammates getting kind of forced back almost instantly there. And TC, 2 cores down, might just got to have his way, but now I got to worry about the bashes a bit here. Needs a little help, the kick, the kite, but every swing of that sword just does so much damage. And now moving on to Sasha as the Tornado EMP combo connects, and he goes flat. Resolution just committed the blink offensively here, but Shazam, they don't care about him, they just want to get the racks. It looks like range down. Only one to go, and then it'll be Megas, and then it's likely on to game 3. Mana Void, a bit underwhelming there from Resolution, couldn't quite find the dream. PC kicked back towards the well, but not nearly far enough. He is just so damn tanky. This man lives. He certainly does. Truly a top Canadian doing work against TC, but has he overextended now? Shiva's guard, a lot of magic damage. TC starting to drop. They have managed to get the Megas though, so it's going to be very hard from here. An uphill climb, and that's even if Sven dies. GG is the call. Resolution will blink out. It's all over. They have managed to do it in the end. Shazam will finally try to get this monkey off their back. Respect the Wisp. I imagine that Vlad Io is going to get the axe in game number 3.
Yeah, that was pretty well played.
Shout out to Grant.
1-7, but a big difference maker. I think TC's playstyle overall though was the big win for them. Like his Juggernaut, he was just too busy farming Battle Fury the whole game. But this game, he got Armlet, he got Treads, got involved early, and A-Team is just not a fighting hero too. Like if you want to fight with your team, you pick yourself